refuse to not be first.
Do we do enough? Well, I never shut up about it.
It must have been about 16, 17. We nicked their guilt rings. Right, the bouncers guilt ring.
This is no good for me. That's the reality. If you want the honest truth, and I see it every day.
This is Joe Pugh for IFL TV, proudly sponsored by Everlast. Delighted to be joined by the English bantamweight champion, Mr. Jordan Purkiss. How are you, mate?
Very well, thank you. You?
All good, all good. So just got that win in the bank, now back in the gym, ready for the next one?
Yeah, that's it. Just come straight back, get everything out of the way. Enjoyed myself, and now training hard to get back at it.
Just speaking off camera, your plan, we've got Lee's here, come down the gym today, plan for the rest of the year. So one fight, I'm understanding then, looking for a big one to finish off the year?
Yeah, that's exactly it.
May 26th.
Well, May 26th, yeah. That's where we're at next. And then, we'll fight anyone, even either Superfly or Bantamweight.
Anyone who's got a title, anybody, Ijaz Ahmed, Marcel Braithwaite, Casey Kademi, obviously Sean McGoldrick, that fight's easy to make. If Somba wins the European, these are all fights that's going to be made for him.
You agree with that?
Yeah, of course. Got no choice.
Right, let's go through them then. Marcel Braithwaite, do you rate him?
No, not really, no.
Casey Kademi, Ijaz Ahmed, we know they was meant to fight for the about 500th time. I think in December it didn't happen. How'd you rate them?
I don't really rate Ijaz. I've sparred Casey a lot. I like him as a person, but if it's business at the end of the day, look at me and Ramez. We was friends and we had to fight, so yeah, I'll take that too.
Out of them three names, who would you most like to fight next?
All three, I don't care. Yeah, I don't care. Yeah, I don't care.
Do you think you get the better of them easily?
I believe so, yeah.
And then Thomas Asomba for the European. Obviously, hopefully, he brings that back. That fight, I think, can be made fairly easily. Lee?
I've got the same manager, haven't they? So it ain't bad.
Let's go.
I think out of all the names mentioned, I think Thomas would probably be the hardest fight. He's physically strong. Yeah, physically strong. He's got a lot of experience. But the only thing on his disadvantage is his age. So whereas I'm fresher than him. So yeah, but yeah, another fight that could be done.
After your last fight against Ramez, I know you said the end goal for the end of the year is that McGoldrick fight. You want one more, and then you believe you're at that level to be pushing yourself for the British?
I've proved myself a lot already. I've taken these risky fights, and it's paid off. At the end of the day, we'll just do it bit by bit. People keep underestimating. I've only had 6 fights underestimate my ability, but we know that we train hard, we put everything in. So these fights can be made, and as I said, everyone thinks I'm a bantamweight, but I'm actually a super flyweight. But we can fight at both, and I've proved that.
So, you said you've only had 6 fights, but it's title after title off the back of each other. So if you keep putting in performances like that, keep making statements, calling people out like you are now, some titles involved, surely it's only a matter of time before the big promoters come calling?
Yeah, that's what I've wanted since the turnover. That's what I've wanted. Every fight I try and prove myself, and I try and prove that I can be at that level. There's people that I've seen that I'm not being horrible, they're shit, and they've got the opportunities that I want, so I take these risks to get there.
Why do you think it is that then people are getting the opportunities where maybe yourself are not getting them?
Possibly they've had more, or they've been in the game a lot longer. I've only been in the game 18 months, and I've only had 6, but I've taken these risky fights, 2 titles, so surely they are looking, or people are aware, so hopefully it comes.
Lee, and do your job, mate. Get him on a big show.
Listen, the boy's ready for all these fights, so that's the next step. Listen, he's 6 fights. He's won the Southern Area and English title. No fighters have done that so far. Do you know what I mean? He's the fastest to do that. Now it's his time. I want him to have one more. So he's going to fight May 26th. But if a big fight comes up before that, then 100% we're ready. He's ready for all them boys. Obviously, I managed Thomas. I managed Sean McGoldrick. So them fights are easy to be made. But at the minute, Obviously, Sean's injured at the minute and Thomas is fighting for the title. Any of them other three, we'll make that fight tomorrow. I'll make them fights tomorrow, no problems. But with Sean and Thomas, I believe he needs one more fight, just another learning fight. But listen, this kid, he can fight. I remember taking him on before, it was just before obviously with MTK and stuff like that. And listen, when he had his first pro fight, had a really good fight. Then he went out to Kazakhstan and fought out in Kazakhstan. So he's had experience, you know what I mean? So, but in 6 fights, he's done a brilliant job so far. He's a cracking fighter. He's the most dedicated fighter that probably that I've got. But he's ready for them fights, and I'll deliver them. 100%, I'll deliver them. Now I'm not promoting. Now it's my chance to move up, step up the job, and get him them big fights.
Surely that McGoldrick fight, if that happens later on in the year, has got to be on a big show.
Yeah, 100%. That's what I'm saying. If Matchroom go back to Wales or something like, or if Frank Warren's got a show in Wales, or anyone, do you know what I mean? There's things don't even have to be in Wales. It can be in London, it can be in Manchester, whatever. That fight makes sense. Sean McGoldrick sells tickets. Jordan sells tickets. The fight's easy to be made. Obviously, with Sean, Sean's got an injury at the minute, so he's not going to be ready till after the summer. But that after the summer, once he has his next fight, he's ready to go for that fight. No problems at all.
Thanks, Lee. Just finish up with Jordan. Just echoing the words of Lee and just glad to have him on board.
Yeah, of course. Lee, since the beginning, Lee's advised me and helped me and got these opportunities for me. So I owe a lot to Lee. And then obviously Will and Lee are friends, so there's a good relationship there. We're all in tandem, so yeah, it's obviously good.
Jordan, thank you very much for speaking to IFL TV. Let's hope you get those big fights announced very soon. Is there anything else you'd like to mention before we finish?
Just thank you to my supporters and thank you to my continued sponsors.
Cheers, mate.
First.
Do we do enough? Well, I never shut up about it.
It must have been about 16, 17. We nicked their guilt rings. Right, the bouncer's guilt rings.
This is no good for me. That's the reality. If you want the honest truth, and I see it every day,